What's up, everyone? Welcome back, and let's get right into it. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys my top 4 picks for this altcoin season. If you want to call it that, what you want to call it, quite frankly, doesn't matter to me. As long as crypto is doing well, and what we have coming at the top from regulation and the Trump administration with David Sachs, and what we see happening within the top cryptocurrencies within the market, it's been a fun one to cover. It's been a fun one to be a trader in this climate. However, it's one where a lot of people have their question marks and eyebrows raised to what exactly is going on, because we have the most bullish crypto environment since pretty much the history of when I started trading crypto, where it's right there in front of us. And as Brad Garlinghouse, the head of XRP and Ripple, I should say, this is something where you look into the argument is to be made. We can't drop the ball on this one, right? One of his quotes was, this is something where we have to take advantage of the time that we're in right now and not look to place fingers. And that kind of goes down to it, right? These will be my 4 cryptos, but there is something to be said about the fact that there are a lot of top crypto projects out there that, quite frankly, in a true altcoin bull run, you're not really going to miss, okay? So I want to put that out there in the forefront of this discussion, but I will give you guys my 4 top plays that I will be sharing with you right here, right now on the channel. So before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe right down below. We do talk crypto every single day on the channel, and that's where make sure you have the notification bell turned on, and also be sure to follow me on X, and let's get right down into it, okay? Now, also, I do want to kind of preface this video by saying that we have seen a little bit of a golden cross start to form. Now, as I segue into the crypto bubbles to show you guys exactly where these cryptos are headed, this is very important to understand. In time periods where we have had these golden crosses and we've had some volatility, some dips in the market, some corrections, if you will, they've usually always preceded extreme rallies. And especially when we look at the climate that we're in right now, the entire cryptocurrency market, every trader I know is just kind of holding their finger on the trigger. They're not really quite committed to what we're seeing. Bitcoin hitting all-time highs, but nothing really got there, okay? Nothing really followed suit. Now, we all know historically after Bitcoin does its thing, historically we do get a push from the alts. And that's kind of what's been happening in the last cycles combined. But right now, as we stand today, the biggest storyline is which 4 cryptos am I buying on the daily, and that's what I'm going to share with you guys right now, okay? So it kind of is common sense, so what goes down must go up. So in the recent kind of correction that we've been having, it's only kind of natural to have that more bullish mentality, okay? So first and foremost, I do want to start off this by looking at the mothership, the riser of all tides, and Bitcoin is down 1.2% on the day. And as we look into kind of a mixed bag where we were green to start off the day, this is where we have since gave back a lot of those gains and now kind of basically flat in a lot of different ways for a lot of top cryptos. Now, last time we did have that golden cross, that preceded a 10x rally basically for every other crypto. So this is kind of the perfect time to be watching this video, because what it does is it kind of gives you the mindset and mentality that you should be having instead of emotion and reacting, okay? Also, I will tell you guys, I never will tell you to buy or sell a crypto, so please do not consider any of this financial advice, and always be sure to do your own research and due diligence. And if you need help finding any of these cryptos on the top exchanges out there, I do have some exchanges down below in the description box. If you do want to sign up with some of our affiliates, there are some great perks within that, but make sure it's right for you and where you're located, okay? So this is kind of where we're seeing this little dip in the skies, in my personal opinion. Now, why this is important, because we talked about it. We do get some opportunity that comes with kind of this turmoil that we're in currently, okay? The first crypto that we are going to talk about, and we are going to hit this from the top down, okay, as we look at market caps, and we're going to go down this list, and the first and foremost thing that you guys need to understand is there's going to be a lot of winners in this bull market, okay? So these are just 4 of my top cryptos out there as it stands today, all right? And then first and foremost, the number 1 crypto that I do see having a strong opportunity for a run, okay, and that is where we're going to look into Ondo Finance, okay? So Ondo Finance is one that, for those of you that do not understand, they just launched their launched their own blockchain a little bit earlier in this month. Now, this is a crypto that's been very heavily tied within the Trump administration with David Sachs, and it's one that I keep continuing to add to my portfolio. Now, another reason why I'm bullish on Ondo is it's not, quite frankly, offered on all of the available exchanges. For those of you that do not know, I believe Binance is still not offering Ondo, so that is a huge catalyst waiting in the wings for the top 30 crypto that lies within Ondo Finance. Now, one thing about Ondo that a lot of people do not understand is it is a crypto first and foremost, but it also is a company that specializes in real-world tokenization of assets. Now, because of some legal nomenclature and how they have to kind of word things, there is a entity that holds the token side of it, and then there is the company side of it that is also kind of what we're used to, and that is the American-made company that lies within Ondo Finance. So keep that in mind. It's something that you do want to read between the lines a little bit to fully understand what we have going on. But this is one of the cryptos that me personally, I am super bullish on, because I think that not only do we not have them offered and available in every outlet possible, but this is something where we have a market cap with Ondo Finance just a tick below $4.2 billion. All right, and this is where we look at a crypto that, I said this a little bit about some other ones a couple years ago where it's at $1, okay? And that's just simply where we're at. And I do think that Ondo has the potential to be right now considered a steal because of the fact that this is a crypto that I could see doing a 10x very, very easily, okay? If we do get that kind of run, and they have a little bit of a leg up because they are kind of in the pole position for what Washington is seemingly going to do with regulation and incorporating into that United States crypto reserve. And that's where I look to see Ondo Finance, where if we do hit a $40 billion crypto, $42 billion to be exact, a 10x from here would vault them as high as Dogecoin and just a tick below USDC. And that's something I think is very, very doable, okay, in just a short matter of time. That's kind of where I'm at. So if you guys agree with me on Ondo, leave me a comment down below, but this is one of my top 4 that definitely is going to be on my list, okay? Next, we are going to talk about one that has already kind of had its run, and this is going to be one where we look into HBAR, okay? Now, when we talk HBAR, there's something you have to understand within Hedera, all right, now ranked 19th in market cap. This is one that has already kind of had the most outperforming track record in 2024, late in 2025, since then selling off. But over the last month, it is on a 25% discount almost, okay? Very, very enticing at around 20 cents for HBAR because of what they look to bring to the table. Very similar to what we have going on with Ondo in terms of not necessarily real-world assets, but just being at the forefront of that conversation between crypto and the United States. We were calling HBAR on the channel at around 4 cents and has got as high as almost 40 cents. So they already did a 10x roughly on the year, and that's something to keep in mind. But I do not think the run for HBAR is over. I think that what they are looking to do, and some of their partnerships, major companies in the works, such as Google, LG, and those integrations that we have seen from stellar kind of corporations and those partnerships really do build the framework for having success in terms of that bridge from Web3 into the real world. Okay. $9 billion market cap. It's been selling off. I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of the other success that other cryptos have been having. But I do feel that HBAR is firmly in the mix as well. And you'll see a common denominator with my list in terms of these cryptos that are, quite frankly, all involved at the top within Washington and involved with what the United States is looking to do in terms of that. Now, I do want to pull up this graphic that if you guys have been watching my stuff for a extended period of time, you are quite familiar with this, and I'm going to have to look for it a little bit, and I did find it, okay? And this is where we're going to bring up this graphic for you guys to see, and apologies because of the fact that it is kind of cropped at the bottom, but you can see kind of where we're at, and if you understand kind of where World Liberty Financial is and how that all trickles down, you can see kind of the top 2 cryptos we've talked about, right? In terms of HBAR, in terms of Ondo, very much aligned with what kind of crypto investments I'm looking to make right now with United States-based cryptos, okay? And that's kind of where you see the overlap with an Ondo and why I am very intrigued with them, okay? And what moving forward we're going to get into is the next conversation, and that is going to be SWI, okay? SWI right now sitting at 12th in market cap. This is a crypto that is just inching along. It's kind of waiting in the wings. It had an insane pump. If we look at the last year, getting as high as $5.30, now trading at $3.47. This is a crypto with a $10+ billion market cap, but is one that is just right outside the top 10 that I still think has a lot of legs. And this is something where if we look back into the all-time highs, currently to where we are relative to right now, it was a top 10 crypto. Now, SWI is one of the cryptos making a move within not only being United States based, but also because of the fact that this is going to be an outstanding blockchain. All right, we've seen what they were able to do, virtually no fees, and the efficiency within the meme coin trading and what they're building on chain. It's very much right there in the waiting. Okay, they're looking to be being integrated within Phantom Wallet. Just the on-chain volume that we're going to see transactionally, I think is something that really has me bullish about SWI, but more so, these are all the same narrative, okay? United States-backed cryptos that all will have a seat at the table in this strategic reserve, and this is kind of where, you know, you look at a crypto right now at $3.47 on a very, very cheap discount. It's another crypto that if you've been watching me here, all three of these, we have been talking for almost, you know, more than 4 months, almost a year now about these cryptos when they were at their absolute rock bottom. And we held the line, we stayed the course, and now we are reaping the rewards of having these cryptos all vaulted basically within the top 30, and if not that, the top 15, top 10, and that's kind of where we're at today. All right, so SWI will be on my short list as well. And then the last crypto that we're going to talk about, and this is one where there are a ton of them, like I said, that we can go down that rabbit hole. Cardano's one. I firmly believe that, 78 cents. But if you guys watch my Cardano stuff, you're firmly aware of how I feel about Cardano and XRP. Those are almost foregone conclusions, but these are my four that aren't really on anybody's radar in terms of kind of the mainstream narrative. But Chainlink is the last one we're going to get into, trading right now at $18.42. Now, the very fascinating thing about Chainlink is, and I'm going to go full screen on this within kind of the trading view, and if we zoom out, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Back in 2021, we were at roughly a tick above $53. So to go from $18 to $53, that's going to represent essentially a touch below a 3x from where we're at right here, right now. But Chainlink was one of those cryptos under $8 that we were scooping up. It's just one that's had, you could definitively understand that this is the floor. Now, we talk integrations. You can't talk integrations with Fortune 500 companies without leaving leaving Chainlink out of that conversation. And as we stand today, guys, just a tick below $20. This is one of my value plays as well. And the one thing about this graphic is we looked into this one with American-made companies, the Grayscale Trust, the way the token landscape is set up within the Coinbase 50 index, as well as the World Liberty Financial. You can see how these ovals and the diagrams overlap, and the one common denominator between all four of these entities is the fact that Chainlink is held and possessed by all four of these entities, okay? So being made in the United States, being part of the Coinbase 50, the Grayscale Trust, as well as World Liberty Financial, gives way for my argument to be made that Chainlink is going to be set up very well for the future as well, okay? The other one that I will kind of add in, we're going to just rattle them off. You know, if you are bullish about XRP, you can't leave XLM off that list. Also, Litecoin, there's a lot of positive moves with them. They're kind of waiting in the back, I guess you'd say the back seat for this one because they've always taken a back seat. But Litecoin, we can go down the list even more and more and more, but that is something where you look at my top four. Curve is another one that I do want to kind of illustrate. Algorand as well. There's a lot of ones. Also, Uniswap. Don't sleep on Uniswap if Ethereum does get its push. What we were able to see with them, I think that that's one where you got to have a little bit of exposure to some of that narrative as well, okay? So with that, I'll leave you guys. But right now in 2025 in quarter one, the top four cryptos that I'm not recommending because I can't give financial advice, but the top four cryptos that I'm buying that I'm very favorable of for my own personal investment strategy, we're going to talk about SWI, HBAR, as well as Ondo and Chainlink. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Outside of the main ones we do talk about on the channel, those are four cryptos that I'm extremely bullish on. I hope this video finds you well. If so, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.